Hey guys, it's artxalissa. I have a little speed draw for you today. I was really inspired by the new Pokemon that came out in the Pokemon Sword and Shield announcements. And so I just decided to doodle one of those today. I'm just doing my little rough sketch. There weren't too many images for some of the new ones. Some of them had a lot of cute little pictures, but I wanted to do one that I hadn't seen a ton of, and that one was, I literally forgot his name. That's Yamper, so I decided to draw Yamper today. I think he's really cute. I don't know, I'm really excited for the new games to come out. I've been looking forward to it for so long now. I already got really excited and wanted to get a Switch when I saw the new Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu come out. And have desperately wanted to get my hands on a Switch, but they're still super expensive, and I'm trying to justify it, but I know that I shouldn't be justifying it. But then I saw the announcement for the Pokemon Sword and Shield game coming out, and I was like, oh my god, I really need to get my hands on a Switch. And then the announcement for the new Animal Crossing game came out, and now I'm losing my mind. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just super excited, but Switches are a lot of money. But then my friend sent me that they're making a new handheld Switch for $200, and I pretty much lost my mind, because now I can afford to actually get like the Let's Go Eevee and the new Sword and Shield games, and then the new Animal Crossings, and then plus I am a huge Mario Party fan, and I freaking love pretty much any Mario game. But I'm excited to waste all of my time and money on things that I don't know, man, I love wasting valuable time and money. I mean, I guess it's not really wasting, like, you're finding a lot of joy in it, as long as you don't like never get any work done, then I would avoid it. But I mean, like, I'll probably be fine. I don't know. Who knows? Just doing some basic outlining. This is probably my favorite part of the process, is going over my sketch lines with, I use the monoline pen usually for my outlining for drawings, and just like going over and making cleaner lines. I spend a lot of time redrawing. I am fairly new to Procreate. I've only been using it for less than a month now, because I just got my hands on an iPad. I had been using I forgot what it's called. I think it was Sketchbook or something on a Kindle Fire, but it's not even available in the App Store anymore. But my Kindle Fire broke. Like, I can't use it on Wi-Fi. And it stopped working like maybe 2 years ago. So the app is like 2 years old, and they took it off the App Store. But I'm still able to keep it because I haven't had Wi-Fi on that Kindle in like 2 years, so I was still able to use it. But yeah, now that I'm using an actual, like, real drawing app that is nice to me, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm still learning for sure, and I know there's a better way to color things, but I really like hand coloring all my lines. I think it looks a lot nicer. Also, sometimes I've found out when you use like the fill bucket tool, it won't quite fill like all the way to the black lines. Sometimes it'll leave a little white gap. At least it definitely does that in Photoshop. It drives me nuts, and so I end up having to go over those lines anyways. I don't know, there's something satisfying about just hand coloring and painting all the little sections that you just drew out. I really like it. I love this little guy because he had some really fun colors. It was a little hard to pick a palette that went with each other. It looks very neon in the original pictures, but my style is definitely more of like pastel colors, so I pulled some like pastel neons. Is that a thing? I don't know what I'm talking about. And I just wanted to make sure everything looked nice. It wasn't quite the exact colors that he has on his furry little body, but I liked it. I liked the way it turned out. I also was about to record this video, this voiceover, and realized that the charger I used at my friend's house last night broke off in my phone. So when I tried to plug in my earbuds to use the microphone to record audio, it would not go in all the way. And so I had to panic for a little bit, but then found some YouTube tutorials on how to yank that sucker out of there. Thank God for the internet. I really don't know what I would do without that. I was really freaked out I was gonna have to go. Well, at first I didn't even know it broke off in it. I did not notice it happening. It was I was in a very dark room, didn't notice a thing came off. And found out the hard way, I guess, but a little bit of panic before doing work. Love that. That'll wake you up. It is feeling in the white. I know that this section is supposed to be pure white, but I don't know, it's really hard to just do pure white for me. Like, I like adding a little bit of color because nothing is like pure ice white in actual. I mean, it's not like Pokemon are super realistic, but I made it a little colorful. It's easier. I think it's easier to shade things if you have a little bit of a base color. When you try to shade pure white, sometimes it just looks like a huge difference between the two, and it doesn't blend in very naturally. So I tried to add a little bit of a neutral white tone to his body. This is how I do my shadows. It looks a little funky. I also know there's probably a better way to do that besides just erasing where I don't want it to be, but that's how I prefer to do it. So leave me alone, please don't bully me. So I usually just go in with a pretty harsh shadow color and then change the opacity so that it ends up looking softer, a softer light. And then I'm just going back over with a different section on a different layer. This is something that drives me nuts, and I know I need to figure out how to be better at it, but I always have like 10 million layers when I'm using Procreate. I never merge them right away because I'm so freaking nervous that I'm gonna need to erase something that's on a merged layer, and I won't be able to make a perfect line if I try to erase things that are on this same layer. Does that make sense? I don't know. People that use Procreate might understand what I'm talking about, but I like to wait until the very last minute to merge all my layers, but then it's really hard if you want to erase something that you did a while ago, but you're like, what layer is it on? Because all of your layers just look like random lines, and I have no organization. Yep, there you go. You can see that pretty much all my layers are like, just, I don't know. It's very hard to identify where I want to be. So yeah, now that he has his base color, just going in and adding some more shadows and highlights. I don't love how I highlighted it, but it was like, I don't know, it was hard. I should have maybe added some fur on there to make him look more realistic, but I mean, like, I don't know. This was just kind of having fun with the new Pokemon. So yeah, just filling it in. I ended up using a pure white color. It was hard to find a background color I really liked for this, but I don't know. I thought he was pretty cool. Look at him go. Oh, keep going. Yeah, I mean, I think he turned out pretty cute. So yeah, that's just me drawing Yamper. I thought he was really cute. I really wanted to try drawing some of the new Pokemon. I'm glad I had some time to sit down and do this. I've been really busy with my raw art show stuff, and it's a lot of the more business side. It's still a little bit creative, but it's a lot of doing business emails and trying to figure out how to sell more tickets. While that's all stuff I do really enjoy, it's hard to feel like I'm still being creative enough. Like, I still want to make sure I'm doing what I originally wanted to do with artxalissa, which is create things and not just try to sell tickets for the show. Like, the show is an amazing opportunity, but I mean, it's not gonna be a forever thing. I'm glad I had some time and found some creative energy to be able to get back into some doodling. You can't really force yourself to do drawings, I've learned. I mean, technically you can, but it's such a stressful situation to be in. Creativity is something that should come naturally and not forced, in my opinion. I feel like every single time I force myself to draw something, I just am so dissatisfied with the final product, and if I really want to draw something, then I'll end up having fun with it. I'll just enjoy the process more than what it actually ends up being. I'm just rambling. I don't know if any of those make sense, but anyways, let me know how you like these types of videos. Like this video if you liked it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll be hopefully making more of these soon. I do have a lot of footage pre-set. I don't know how words work. I need to stop before I forget how to speak English. Okay, bye-bye.